I'm coming to you live from CMB Cantamanto, where yesterday we heard reports of a fire which had broken out at about 3 a.m. at dawn, which razed down approximately 350 shops and stalls here at the marketplace. This is not the first time we're hearing about such an unfortunate incident here at this market. If you recall, sometime in 2020, we heard about a similar incident which had razed down 150 shops approximately. This morning, we're here at the market to talk to some of the women who have been affected by the fire to find out what happened, the updates, and how they're coping. Mami, Pacho, good morning. Pacho, I didn't see you.
You were ha be say 3:30 more. By auntie the day. Yeti and say jesh. Now she atra my matra be 16 years. And you a jana no drink. Untimi you are there. Me ade am timi first and I feel like gas so I say. My feel like gas. And na me tame na me di timnika. E pie kwa abontin no ade koso na me ba me ba nega no aduru ha sei. Me niam nyina hye me fridge makoma ko 10. Me niam nyina.
O fridge 10. Pacho ejuma be na we.
Iton pure water. Me supply pure water so metimi frɛ bi ba na ma supply me de fifiri nkrofo. Nti pure water ho adwuma na me ye wa ha sei. Maya ma 16 years. Me ankasa so me to bi me omo ame no omo ton. Nti omo da ha edu Saturdays na obi akɔ fie na me de ahia na mete.
Pacho sorry why. Na ejano den na start here.
Eno de yintimi nkyerɛ o. Ati se obi ada. Enti yenti min kyerɛ sɛ say yana say say eno an sɛ egya ne ba me de na me su ni sɛ enti me fa me gas no me nim sɛ ma fe gas enti sɛ me fa no me didi me ka de kosi kwan no ansa me bedu na egya na duru ase me enti enyi ade ba ko me bata de kwa me enti enyi ba ko si
Pacho ma ye say
me ma ye 3
na one na wo hwɛ
me pacho me enti enyi ade ba ko kora manfa de ba ko me ba de ba ko kora me enti me amfa ya mfa bibia se de jana no odin no eni se na o ye munjane no eni ma se ne ma so tutu mu no eye hu unti mi ngina ho agi se o pe ba bi fa enti mi amfa hwe wa ha
na wo ma no wo dan ni mu bi
me pa chon ho wa ha
enti uyi o mu fi dem ana
ya bontin ye nyane o me pia mo na ye fa cylinder no de ma feeling te se me fa na me de ko enti no na me fa ye na me de dibri kasa de ko si wansa me ba but me duru na je na duru ha nti omo so mama nwuram na me sansan machi
Pacho mate abanka
pacha dabi
munti obi anka
enno na zinato ba
ha se na oba ye o se den
o ka kire se o ka kire mpanifo na mayen nti enno ade oba ha ye nti obi anka bi
ti eden na mo pe
o de blanket brain ebinum nya bi so anya bi sisi ade emo na ehia sisi emo na ehia mi se mi hia moa efise mi efa na me ko mi ni ba bia me ko ahia na mete mi ni ba bia me ko
me Pacho won so e
mama mpache yenso saa yenso me madam no ono ho na ye nsuo ono ho awa he ya ye de ko echi
won so te habi
pache ye
how many years ni
oh me ba 3 years ni
na enye first time eja abeto ha enye first time em say 2020 yet say na eja sam beto ha say ma 150 shops e share
ele su ya transfer che ma hada eja ha lewe so share da so me fridge 4 me nkwala me no moto nsuo be ho an ye nyina ye da say enya ba bia e beda tie say de hia mo ye nkrofo nsuo ne ne ma ye free fridge ni say o mo de bread ne ye free mba ba twetwe yen epamocho mo aye
yenya maka na yasisi ya yedigina yin yenya bi nse nti wo mra ye bi na yense yes ke nyina ase nti wo mra ye bi
so ane na ye da sa na de ache se mo ba ntem anka ba ne nyina de da ha eni ba bia ye ko ahia na atena so many years enti ahia na akoma so nti epamocho mo mebo aye.
So you've heard the women. This is where they live basically. The fire has taken away everything they own. There's a woman here I would like us to talk to. Mami, Etiseng. Me Pacho, Would I not share?
But me friji mbobi na nyame ado ade ama me ze me banya adwuma na me ni di friji ni na hye enso ni na me bibia ma fa hye dia ka me ane hye me no ma fa ne ma hye wa ane insta se ma meboa ya wie ya ba mo mehwe ya wate yesra mo mehwe ya wa yesra mo
Me pacho eden na mo hia sese ya.
Inana guvu ado eze dia hia ne se eze dan na hye awie dia ne de ya hye bia o meti ma boa ne cement kakra na sa fridge mi ene bi kwa na beto de amaye ne fan start business kakra yes eze de kro no ne be ha gobo ye nya bi ne ye di ye wie ya ba na na ye sra boa ye wate o ma ye hunu amanne e wa buje sra boa ye wa na ya pa cha boa ye pa eze de wie ya bo sister na guvu ado boa ye guvu ado na o ma ebre ye ne amanyina hye amanfo sika amanfo fridge
All right, there you have it. I've been talking to some of the women who have been affected by the fire. This fire incident occurred on Sunday at dawn. We're not sure as at now what exactly happened, but as you can see, yes, ma'am, Pacho Pesoni and Kasa.
Obisika ya kwaju ya di adwuma ahemachi 4 o'clock misi mi sole abadwunso nya mi huya ni se gya no ewo obi dem wa ha ma nya sam ketwa me ni me baba mu wa ketwa ba ko ene da hanom emo amakọ family baba ya adwuma nyina emo ni nyina shi ama na ya beka mi te se me ni buafo obi a ya slampa ni fo ni adomfo mu huya mabo wate ne de pa mabo bisika nyina ha che me hunya me nyina se obi na adom atale amede ti hanom ne me di kula me fridge me mo me daddy send ya me di ya madwuma nyina ni nyina hye obi adum sika Saturday na me ko toto amanwa ni bibia besisi wo sa me de tete ni nyina hye nana bua ya wate na ma ya mobo ah
It is a very sad sight here, as you can tell. A lot of the women are lamenting because, among other things, they've lost their money, they've lost their source of livelihood, they've lost their shops. Some of them say they don't even have any clothes left, but the ones they have on their backs now. They're calling on the government, but the ones they have on their backs. Anything that will keep them and sustain them until they're able to figure out what the next steps will be. We're coming to you live from CMB Cantamanto, where last Sunday fire raged down about 350 shops, as you can see behind me. 350 shops all destroyed. These women live here as well as work here. This means that they have lost everything that they own and they're calling for help. Back to you, Roland.
And we got this, made sure that we're also there live, but the main person who was there is Nashoko. She's back in the studio, quickly just driving through using motorcade to be able to get here. You know, the reality is that we have to bring you the news because we're first in news, best in entertainment. But TV3 New Day, we do what we have to do. And now, when you went there, the plights of those that you interview can only be depicted in that interaction, right?
No.
How emotional was it for you?
Oh, Roland, I was close to tears. It was very, very sad for me. Interestingly, when you walk through the market, you see on one side business is going on, buying and selling is going on, the women applying their trade. And then just on the other side, these women have lost everything, their source of livelihood, their homes, their food. You saw where we were standing. That's where a lot of them spent the night. I was even coughing at some point because there's still a lot of the smoke from the ash in the air. Their children are there with them. Unfortunately, we did not want to show the children, on the screens, but there's so many children there. They have nowhere to sleep, nowhere to go. It's actually a health hazard, if you ask me, that they're still, they're still where the fire occurred. A lot of the women are pure water sellers, and so they've lost a lot of their fridges. The first woman we spoke to lost 10 fridges. The woman next to her lost 2, and a lot of them have also lost a lot of electrical appliances and everything, including the clothes they have. The only clothes they have now are the ones on their backs, and they're calling for help. It was very, very sad. In fact, we had to calm some of them down before we could talk to them because it's like a funeral ground over there.
Do I get the understanding you're saying that when you spoke to them, you also, beside what you captured on camera, you came to the realization that people also live there,
yes,
apart from just trading?
Yes, so they don't only trade there. So where the fire started from, they're not sure which particular building it started from, but when they saw the fire, it was coming from one of the homes of 8 women. So they live in a stall, all 8 of them. The woman I spoke to all lived there too. The first woman I spoke to has lived there for 16 years. The woman in the green, the orange African print outfit. So they all live there. It's their home and it's their place of work. They go to church there. They live there.
What happens to those who are supposed to be participating in the voters registration exercise? Because, for example, Anthony Nupenu is worried that the fire outbreak at the market seems to be a deliberate demolition plan to destabilize Ghanaians and young voters.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know about that. That's
very extreme.
That's wild, yes.
Okay.
That's wild. But
it will mean that for first-time voters who are there or who want to get their name on the register, they cannot.
I don't think it would be one of the first things on their minds. These women have absolutely nothing left. They don't even have water bottles. They have nothing but the clothes on their backs. Just one woman was able to carry her LPG cylinder, and I think it's a great thing she was able to carry it out, because I can only imagine what would have happened if that cylinder, she said she had just filled it, was in the building at the time of the fire.
So what's left for them now?
Well, they're asking for help. They're calling on the government to help them. They're calling for individuals to help them. In fact, they want anything, including clothes, used clothes for their children to wear, because their children are naked. They were sleeping in the night when this happened. They have nothing left. So they're calling for help. So they're calling on the government to help. They're calling on individuals like you and I who are watching to help. If you can, visit them at the CMB Market, just behind the pear sellers. They're all there. They're sitting on the ground. They're crying, they're lamenting, and they're calling for help, basically.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we need to have interaction with Ghana's most beautiful ladies. They will be coming by the show. And you also know that we had the event taking place yesterday. We'll bring you all those highlights post the event. And then also what you should look forward to on the show this week. Stay with us. We'll be right back.